Okay, here's the breaking news. The White House today will not say whether President Biden will debate Trump. You think they're not going to do that?
No, there's no way they can put Biden on stage. Listen, he has a hard time finishing his own press conferences the way they are. He gets lost on stage, and this is no. I'm not hitting him because he's a Democrat. I'm hitting him because he has his own DOJ came out and said he has cognitive issues. They were concerned by it. The FBI that did a special counsel investigation had concerns by it. So there's no way they could possibly put him on stage with Donald Trump and compare the two. The energy levels aren't even close. And what is he going to defend? He's going to defend his secure border? No. We have the worst border national security risk going on the southern border and northern border now than we've had in the history of the United States. We have inflation still at 17% plus. We have energy costs over 30%. And here you have a business guy that's running against a career politician. There's no way when you start talking about inflation that they add up. And I love the idea that President Trump mentioned energy. See, this is a business guy that understands that energy is the backbone of our economy. Without reliable and affordable energy, you can't have a reliable and affordable economy, because everything we create and everything that gets delivered is based on energy cost. And so you have to bring down the cost of energy to bring down inflation. And that's what President Trump was talking about right there.
And U.S. energy, which the president undercut with multiple executive actions and regulation, is a national security issue, too. So when you see what's happening with Trump.
That's right, Liz.
When you see what's happening with the former president, his base is electrified now. It's galvanized, and he's pulling away from Biden. The polls show this. The economy, the single most important issue. We're talking independent voters moving toward Trump, working class voters. Trump is building a coalition, taking away Democrat voter bases. He's almost doubling the black vote for a Republican candidate. 46% of Latinos now say they'll go for Trump. Here's why. Paychecks grew faster than inflation under Trump. Average weekly earnings up after inflation, nearly 9% under Trump. Home ownership increased more than 2%, record 66%. The Atlanta Fed, watch this, Senator, says more and more U.S. workers under Biden, Atlanta Fed says this, more workers are not seeing their pay go up at all for the last year, Senator. That's the most number of workers in 2 years.
Right. You look at this. You look at the numbers even farther. You realize that $1,100 more this month that it costs you underneath Trump. That means that the average household is spending $1,100 more based on the Biden economy and the inflation than underneath President Trump. And I expect tonight Biden will go out there and tout about the jobs that he's created. And this is how ridiculous politicians are. They don't realize that those jobs are not being created, but those jobs are being recycled. What they need to show is how many people left a job and then they got rehired by somebody else. And so we're recycling the same employees, but we're not bringing more people to the workforce.
You know, it's about, Senator, you make an important point here. Every election is about turnout. You don't see the excitement for Biden at all. And in other words, Senator, you see it going in reverse. Show the numbers. Show the protest vote, the boycott vote against Biden. It grew. Nearly 19% boycotted Biden in Minnesota, 13% in North Carolina, nearly 10% in Massachusetts. He's getting a protest vote in swing states. Have you ever seen anything like this in any time in modern U.S. history, ever?
Not since Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. Because underneath Jimmy Carter, we had about the same type of economy. Underneath Biden, you're having the same type of economy, too. And people are reacting with their wallet and out of fear because they know the southern border is also a huge national security. And people aren't saying if it's going to happen. People know it's when it happens, that something that happened on the southern border by someone being released or being let into the country is going to attack the United States. We don't like to know that. We don't like to think about it, but the American people know this. And so it's your wallet and it's the way you feel at home. People feel more unsecure at home than they ever have in the lifetime that they've lived in America.
Wow. Senator Mark Wayne Mullin, thank you so much for joining us tonight, sir.
Thank you,
It's very
Liz.
good to see you. We'll hope to have you back on again soon.